On Tuesday, I mentioned about West Midlands Police making up a new role for an Assistant Director of Fairness and Belongings, paying a staggering £74,340 per year. The same amount would pay for 3 new police constables or possibly 2 more police cars. Well, it seems that it's not just West Midlands Police who want to waste public money on job roles that only require a little common sense from employees. Devon and Cornwall are the latest to offer a role that could be eliminated if the current staff utilised just a little common sense. Although pay for this role would only pay for 2 more police on the streets actually combating crime. The £53,000 to £60,000 per year Head of Equality, Diversity and Inclusion role on offer went up just yesterday. Calls for a virtue signaller or minority person to come and tell the police how to treat people with some respect. Although it's not about treating people, it's about treating certain people with respect, when respect should obviously be afforded to all people and not just those that could make you look bad. The advert says Devon and Cornwall are home to over 1.7 million people, with 11 million more visiting us every year. We are recognised nationally and internationally for the quality of our policing and are proud that our crime rates are among the very lowest in the country. Across the peninsula, our places and communities are increasingly diverse. The Black Lives Matter movement and the inequalities in outcomes for minority groups exacerbated by the global pandemic have strengthened our resolve to become an exemplar for best practice in equality, diversity and inclusion, showing that policing is now more about politics than actual crime fighting, which of course most of us already knew. As head of our corporate equalities unit, you will take forward the work we are doing, bringing critical challenge, constructive support and expertise. You will shine a light on all aspects of the force's business, ensuring equality, diversity and inclusion is at the heart of all of our strategies, policies and operational delivery. Working in partnership will be key to delivery in this role. You will take a system-wide approach, building on existing strong relationships with community leaders, the voluntary sector and other public agencies. Although clearly your strong relationships with community leaders are not really that strong if you need to spend this much public money on someone to tell you how to use common fucking sense. It adds, you will develop our approach to the collection and analysis of data and information so that we can act decisively and provide assurance to our communities. You will consider all aspects of policing, including prevention, reporting, investigation, victim and witness care and custody. We are determined to attract, develop and promote officers and staff who are representative of the communities we serve. You will work with the force's senior leadership as well as our recruitment and communications teams to challenge our existing practices and develop our employer brand as an inclusive employer. You will bring experience of working and influencing at executive and senior levels in an organisation to make the case for change on issues relating to equality, diversity and inclusion practice. Effective in building relationships both internally and across communities and partnerships, you will be able to apply your knowledge, expertise and insight to assess and communicate the impact of policies on protected groups. Because obviously equality, diversity and inclusion doesn't include those outside of protected groups. Policing knowledge is not a requirement, as with any role in the police these days, but we will expect you to bring wide-ranging knowledge and expertise of equality, human rights and employment legislation and equality, diversity and inclusion practice, as well as the wider determinants of inequality in society. Now, I said in a video the other day about West Midlands Police, diversity is not a bad thing. But what is a bad thing is these organisations who swear an oath to uphold our human rights, and funnily enough that includes black, Asian and every other ethnicity, can't even do that and need a virtue signalling lefty or someone from a minority group to tell them just how to use common sense. I cannot tell you how this makes me feel when the police are constantly crying about funds and cuts to money and staff. If the police forces did a proper psych test on all new members and employed people who could actually do the job, whilst ridding themselves of the scum who betray the oath they take rather than trying to fix a problem after letting it become a problem, we would have a far more functional police force and maybe even see crimes being solved, or in the case of high profile policing due to visible police presence on the street, maybe even the prevention of more crimes. But I guess why do that when the money you're spending is public money and not your own? Very big thank you to channel supporters, one and all, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.